Hi, so this is a demonstration video where I'll be demonstrating the solution that I've developed. So my solution is Monetics, which is a bank statement analyzer, and this has been implemented as part of my final year project, which is a dissertation. And before I get into the flow, as you can see, we have the website here. This is the front end. Right now, you can upload a bank statement. Going into the bank statement, here's what we have. We have a sample statement. This is for Starling Bank, and this is what we're going to be working with in our implementation. So as you can see, this is your average bank statement. The data here has been uh, anonymized, so nothing here is personal data, and you can see that this is a normal bank statement. You have your transactions and things like that. Now what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and upload this bank statement, which will lead us to our next page. All right, so we've uploaded a bank statement, and you see that we have an analytics page here, and this displays your net balance growth from your uploaded bank statement. You can see that shows you this, it shows you the cumulative spending and the calculation for that, shows you the daily transactions as well, and then there's an line chart to show the income versus expenses graph here. And then we also have the weekly spending bar chart, which will show you the spendings based on your categories. Now these categories, as you noticed, if we look at our all right if we looked at our statement before, you'll see that it did not have any categories. Well, a part of the feature here in Monetics is to automatically categorize your bank statement that you upload, and I'm using a rule-based classification model behind in the backend to do this. And yeah, you'll see here that there's a pie chart here as well, where the categories are there, and you can sort of have a look here. Before I show the next thing, I'd like to quickly just give you an insight into our console here. So I've already printed something here for us to look at. So as you see, we uploaded the data, our statement, in the last page, and then here is what that looks like. It gets converted into object form, and then this is essentially coming after it was sent to the backend, and it comes back from there and it's categorized, and you'll see that the categories have been assigned here. So this has been done through the help of Monetics. Now what happens is, when you come onto this page, this thing that we've uploaded here, it's actually stored in our session storage. So you'll see here that it's been stored here, and it fetches that, and it would essentially give you it would take that statement that it has stored, it would send it to the backend, and in the backend it would do calculations for the analytics. So all the things that's being rendered over here, then this calculation needs to be made, and this is done in the backend, where you have the cumulative spending being calculated, the daily transactions. So cumulative spending would be for this chart over here, this data will be for our daily transactions, and so on like that. So we have that data that comes over here, and then it populates our graph. And I'm using material UI to sort of have a basic look here that I'm following as part of my CSS guides. And then let's say we've looked at our analytics data. The next feature that we have here is the export feature. So here you can export the PDF. Let's look at that. And this is it. This is our page that's essentially been converted into a PDF form, and we can use it for further evaluation. Now after I evaluate my data, I can also go to the transactions page, and the transaction page, if you look at it, is essentially the CSV that we uploaded, but with the new categories you can see here. And then you can also have the categories over here, and this is it's the list of overall categories that allows you to select from, and you can interact with it here, filter by certain things. Let's say I wanted to see only subscriptions. So we have that here. Now let's look at our subscriptions. We have PayPal, might be a subscription. I mean, it has a type here, so that should be a subscription, and Apple Care, things like that. But we look at Amazon Fresh here, and you know, we know that it's a grocery store, so they are not really, this might not be a subscription, although the type has a subscription. So the classification model might have classified it based on this here. So what we're going to do is we can actually select this, and we can change it to whichever category we want it to, and in our case we are going to be changing it to groceries. So we do that, and if we it goes away obviously because it leaves the filter. Let's try to cancel this and look at our spending here. Where is it? uh, right, Amazon Fresh. So it's been given groceries, and we've actually changed it so we can do this for other things as well. So let's say we have rice and curries, and I just wanted to change it to something else miscellaneous. Let's do that. Now we can actually export this. So this is for the users that still prefer using spreadsheets and things like that, and they want to just quickly categorize their data and use it in the spreadsheet. So we allow for that as well using this tool. You'll see here that the categories exist. This didn't exist in our previous statement that we uploaded, but it does now. And let's go to what we had changed. So we have, right, Amazon Fresh. So we'll see here that this has been categorized as groceries, whereas before it wasn't. It was categorized as subscription, and now we have changed it, and we have also exported this. So that's another feature of the export. You can export your analytics, you can export your transactions. As a person, you can analyze certain things, and then you can come have a look at your transactions to see the exact things. Now we'll come to the next feature, which is our chatbot. So here we have a chatbot. This is integrating OpenAI GPT 4o mini. So what's happening here is you essentially can ask it questions, and it will the whatever question you're asking, it will send it to the Python backend, and over there it will sort of send a prompt, making the OpenAI model to it will tell it to be a, let's say, a personal finance manager, and that will be the role of that system. So let's try asking it something here. What's my transportation spending overall? Let's try that. So to calculate your overall spending, it has done the calculation, it sums it up, brings it on to 30 pounds. You can ask it more questions. Let's see if you wanted to ask it something more evaluative, where you can ask it, what's my financial health like? And let's ask it another question. Do I need to save more? So it does take some time sometimes for it to calculate and respond to your question. So to assess your financial health based on the provided bank statement, yeah, so you see that it has given you your total income, total expenses, and then it gives you an analysis here. So it tells us that you're ending this period with a surplus of 69 pounds, which suggests you're spending less than your income, which is a positive indicator. So it gives you recommendations and things like that. So the chatbot works fine here. And since the data is stored in session storage, you could essentially close this, right? And if I were to open this again, my data isn't stored, so it will be gone, and then I'll have to upload my new statement and analyze it again. So it's basically on the spot, that whatever you're doing. So that's basically it. these are the core features. You upload a bank statement, it gets categorized. You can view the analytics, you can export the analytics, you go to the transaction, you can manually change the categorization, you can export that as well. And then you can use chatbot where it answers your statement questions. Whatever you want to ask about your bank statement, it will answer that for you. And yeah, that should be it. And thank you for watching my demo.